Dear students, good morning to all. Now we will going to revise the portion for periodic test. Chapter 1 Nutrition in Plants and Chapter 2 Nutrition in Animals. Okay, first we will go to discuss about Chapter 1 Nutrition in Plants. So, students, all of you take a book and take a pencil. Now we will going to discuss the chapter 1 nutrition in plants. What is next, what is nutritions? What is nutrients? What is nutrients? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals are the components of food. These components of food are necessary for our body and are called nutrients. Okay, and are called nutrients. So students, all of you take your book and take your pencil. All of you see your book, listen carefully. Okay, revise the first chapter first. Okay, all living organisms require the food. Plants can make their food themselves. Okay, that is a nutrients. What is nutrients? The components of food are necessary for our body and are called nutrients. Okay. Next, carbohydrates, proteins, water, fat. Okay, carbohydrates, proteins, fat, vitamins and minerals are the components of food. Okay, next, modes of nutrition. What is the modes of nutrition? What is the modes of nutrition? There are two modes of nutrition in plants and animals. Okay, in plants, autotrophs and heterotrophs. What is mean by autotrophs? What is mean by heterotrophs? Autotrophs means prepare their own food. That is a autotrophs. Heterotrophs means what? Depend upon another one. That is a heterotrophs. Okay. The modes of nutrition have two divisions: autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. What is mean by nutrition? The last one, nutrients. Now nutrition. Now we will going to discuss nutrition. What is nutrition? The nutrition is mode of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body. The mode by the body. Okay. Next, autotrophic nutrition, then heterotrophic nutrition. What is mean by autotrophic nutrition? The mode of nutrition in which organisms make food themselves from simple substances called autotrophic. Auto means what? Self. Trophic means nourishment. Auto means shelf. Trophs means nourishment. So autotroph prepare their own food. Example, green plants. Okay. Next, that is a green plants. Next, heterotrophic nutrition. What is heterotrophic nutrition? Depend upon another plant, another one. That is a heterotrophs. Example, hetero means what? Another. Hetero means another. Okay, all of you see your book, page number, first page number, nutrition in plants. All of you listen carefully. The mode of nutrition in which organisms make food themselves from simple substances is called autotrophic. Auto means self. Trophs means nourishment. That is a nutrition. Next, that is a autotrophs. Next, heterotrophs. What is heterotrophs? What is heterotrophs? Sorry, remember? What is heterotrophs? Animals and most other organisms take in ready-made food prepared by the plants. They are called heterotrophs. Hetero means what? Another. Hetero means other. Hetero means other. Okay. Are you clear? Can you understand? Or you remember, students? Okay. Next, process of photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? What is photosynthesis? What is photosynthesis? Or you remember? What are the main things involved in photosynthesis? Yes. Carbon dioxide, sunlight, oxygen, water. That is the main things involved in photosynthesis. Okay. All of you see your book, photosynthesis. Photo means light. Synthesis mean combine, to combine. Okay, photosynthesis. Photo means light. Synthesis mean combine, to combine. All of you see your book. Leaves have a green pigment. Leaves have a green pigment called chlorophyll. It helps leaf to capture the energy of the sunlight. This energy is used to synthesize. Synthesize food from, synthesize means what? Synthesize means prepare. Okay, synthesis means prepare food from carbon dioxide and water. Since the synthesis of food occurs in the presence of sunlight, it is called photosynthesis. Photo means what? Light. Synthesize mean to combine. So we find that chlorophyll, sunlight, carbon dioxide and water are necessary to carry out the process of photosynthesis. The process of photosynthesis. Okay. The solar energy is captured by the leaves and stored in the plant in the form of food. So, sun is the ultimate. Which one is the ultimate source of energy? Which one is the ultimate source of energy? Sun is the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms. Sun is the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms. So students, all of you underline the word. What is the, which one is the ultimate source of energy? Sun is the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms. Can you understand? Okay. Okay, next. All of you see your book. Cells. What is cell? That building are made of bricks. You have seen the building made of bricks. Similarly, the bodies of living organisms made of tiny units called cell. Tiny units called cell. The cells can be seen only under microscope. Cell is a very minute structure. So, we can be seen only under the microscope. Some organisms are made of only one cell. The cell is enclosed by the thin outer boundary called cell membrane. This one is a cell membrane. All of you see your book. Okay, the outer membrane is called a cell membrane. Okay, most cells have distinct, centrally located the spherical structure called nucleus. The spherical structure called nucleus. The nucleus is surrounded by a jelly-like substances. Nucleus is surrounded by jelly-like substances called cytoplasm. The nucleus is surrounded by jelly-like substances called cytoplasm. So one mark answer. So students, listen carefully. Next, stomata. What is stomata? Already we learned some stomata, or you remember students? Where it is located in some stomata? As leaves. Okay, the leaves are food factories of plants. Leaves are the food factories of plants. The synthesis of food in plants occur in leaves. So, listen all of you. The water and minerals present in the soil absorbed by the roots and transported to the leaves. So, carbon dioxide, listen carefully, all of you see your book page number 2. Carbon dioxide from air is taken in through the tiny pores present on the surface of the leaves. These pores are surrounded by guard cells. Such pores are called stomata. Such pores are called stomata. This is a structure of stomata. So students, all of you practice, draw this diagram in your rough note. Okay, structure of stomata. This one is a guard cell. The center opening is known as stomatal opening. Okay, all of you see your book page number 3. See the diagram. Okay, stomata diagram. Okay, next, all of you listen. All of you see your book page number 3. The equation of photosynthesis. Okay, the equation of photosynthesis, page number 3. Carbon dioxide plus water, then sunlight and chlorophyll gives carbohydrate plus oxygen. That is the equation of photosynthesis. So listen carefully, students. Okay, next. The green patches in ponds or in the stagnant water bodies. These are generally formed by growth of organisms called algae. These are growth or organisms are called what is algae. Okay. This one is a leaves. The various colors of leaves. The leaves have green pigment is also known as the chlorophyll. So that leaves color is green in color. The large amount of red, brown and other pigment mask green color. The photosynthesis takes place in this leaves also. Okay. So various colors of leaves. So the green patches in ponds or in other stagnant water bodies. These are generally formed by the growth of organisms called algae. So all of you underline the word algae, page number 4. Next, synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrates. Synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrates. Listen all of you. The carbohydrates are made of, what is carbohydrates? What is carbohydrates? Do you remember? What is carbohydrates? Carbohydrate is made of S, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These are used to synthesize other components of food such as proteins and fats. Okay. But proteins are nitrogenous substances which contain nitrogen. Okay. Listen. The nitrogen is present in the gases in the form of air. So, the plants cannot absorb nitrogen in this form. So, soil has certain bacteria that convert gaseous nitrogen into unsoluble form of release into the soil. Okay. So, the soil rich in nitrogen to the soil. The soil is rich in nitrogen. The plants can then synthesize components of food other than carbohydrates such as proteins and fats. Okay, what is meant by carbohydrates? Carbon and hydrogen. Okay, that is a carbohydrate. The carbohydrates made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. What is the carbohydrates made up of? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. That's all. Next, other modes of nutrition in plants. Other modes of nutrition in plants. Listen, other modes of nutrition in plants what? Humans and animals such plants depend on the food produced by other plants. They use the heterotrophic mode. What is heterotrophic mode? Humans and animals such plants depend on the food produced by other plants. They use the heterotrophic mode. That is a heterotrophic mode. All of you see your book page number 4. See the picture 1.5. The yellow tubular structure is known as the cuscuta. All of you see the picture. It is a heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Okay, the example of this one is a host parasite. Which one is the parasitic plant? Cuscuta. Cuscuta is a parasitic plant. Depend on another one plant. That is a host plant. The yellow color, the yellow tubular. The yellow tubular structure is known as the yellow tubular structures twink around the stem and branches of tree. That plant name is cuscuta. Okay. Are you clear? Or you remember students cuscuta? Cuscuta is a parasitic plant. This one, all of you see your book page number 5. The plant on which it climbs is called host. Since that deprives the host of valuable nutrients, it is called parasite. So, cuscuta is a parasitic. Which one is the parasitic plant? Cuscuta. Which one is the parasitic plant? Cuscuta. Which one is the parasitic plant? Cuscuta. Okay. Next, picture plant. Picture plant Nepenthes. This one is a picture plant. Picture plant, insectivorous plant. Okay, this is a the picture-like structures is the modified part of the leaf. The apex of the leaf forms a lid which can open and close the mouth of the picture. Inside the picture, there are hair with directed downwards. The insect lands in the picture. The lid closed. The trapped insect get elongated to the hair. So, the insect is digested by digestive juices secreted in the picture. Such insect-eating plants are known as the insectivorous plant. Okay, which one is the insectivorous plant? What is insectivorous plant? Insect-eating plants are called insectivorous plant. Okay, that is an example. Example of insectivorous plant. What is the example of insectivorous plant? Picture plant. Okay, are you clear, students? This is a picture plant, insectivorous plant. Insect eating plants are called insectivorous plant. Dash is the insectivorous plant. Insect eating plants are called insectivorous plant. Okay, next. Saprophytes. What is saprophytes? What is saprophytes? Saprophytes, example, mushrooms. Saprophytes, example, mushrooms. Okay, mushrooms and fungi. Mushrooms, fungi also saprotrophs. Okay. Okay, these organisms are called fungi. They have different modes of nutrition. Saprotrophs, these organisms are called fungi. They have different mode of nutrition. What is the different mode of nutrition? They secrete digestive juices on dead and decaying matter. They secrete digestive juices on dead and decaying matter and convert into solution. Okay, they can absorb nutrition from this mode of nutrition which organisms takes in nutrition solutions. Dead and decaying matter is called saprotrophic nutrition. What is saprotrophic nutrition? The mode of nutrition, dead and decaying matter. Okay, the mode of nutrition which organisms take in nutrients in the solutions formed from dead and decaying matter is called saprotrophic nutrition. Plants which used saprotrophic mode of nutrition are called saprotrophs. Are you clear, students? Saprotrophs, all of you see your book page number 6. What is saprotrophic nutrition? First, what is fungi? What is fungi? What is fungi? What is fungi? The most probably, listen all of you, the cotton thread spread on the piece of bread. Okay, all of you learned the last class the activity. Okay, all of you learned the activity 1.2. The fungi growing on bread mold. That is a fungi. These organisms are called fungi. So it have different mode of nutrition. What is the different mode of nutrition? Saprotrophic nutrition. What is the saprotrophic nutrition? The mode of nutrition in which organisms take in nutrients in solutions formed from dead and decaying matter is called saprotrophic nutrition. What is saprotrophs? Plants which use saprotrophic mode of nutrition are called saprotrophs. Can you understand? Okay. Okay, all of you listen carefully. All of you see your book. Next, symbiotic relationship. What is a symbiotic relationship? Fungus and algae live together lichens. That is a symbiotic relationship. Okay. Some organisms live together, share and shelter and nutrients. This is called symbiotic relationship. Can you understand? This is called symbiotic relationship. This is a lichens. This one is a lichens. What is lichens? The tree provides nutrients to fungus and to return receives help from take up water, nutrients from the soil. This association is very important for the trees. So these organisms are called lichens. The lichens is a chlorophyll containing partner which is an algae and fungus live together. Algae and fungi live together dash. Which one is the correct answer? Algae and fungus live together. Algae and fungus dash. Very good. Lichens. That is the answer is lichens. Okay, the fungus provides shelter, water and minerals to the algae and return algae provides food which is prepared by photosynthesis. Okay. Okay, what is lichens? What is symbiotic relationship? What is symbiotic relationship? Some organisms live together and share shelter and nutrients. This is called symbiotic relationship. For example, fungi and algae live together. Dash. Which organisms? Lichens. Okay. Are you clear? All of you see your book. Listen carefully, students. Next, symbiotic relationship. Okay, symbiotic. What is symbiotic relationship? What is lichens? Okay, what is lichens? Fungi and algae living together is known as lichens. The organism is called lichens. Next, organisms are called lichens. The chlorophyll containing partner. Chlorophyll containing a partner, which is an algae and a fungi, live together. Algae and fungi live together. Which organism? Lichens. Very good. Next, how nutrients are replenished in the soil. Okay. Listen. Usually, listen all of you. All of you see your book, page number 7. The fertilizers and manures contain plant nutrients such as nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus. Underline the word in your book. All of you see your book. The nutrients need to be added from time to time, enrich the soil. So usually crops require lot of nitrogen to make proteins. Lot of nitrogens to make proteins. After harvest, the soil becomes deficient in nitrogen. You learnt that through nitrogen gas is available in plenty in the air. The plants cannot use it in the manner they can use carbon dioxide. Okay, they need nitrogen in soluble form. What is rhizobium? The bacterium called rhizobium. The nitrogenous bacterium. What is a rhizobium? The nitrogenous bacterium called rhizobium. The nitrogenous bacterium called rhizobium. Okay. Rhizobium can take atmospheric nitrogen and convert into soluble form. But rhizobium cannot make its own food. Underline the word. Rhizobium cannot make its own food. So, it lives in the roots of grams, peas, moong, beans and other legume plants. And other legumes and provides them with nitrogens. Legume plants and them with nitrogens. Okay, next, most pulses. All of you listen. Most pulses. Pulses means what? Dals are obtained from leguminous plants. Underline the word, students. Which one is the leguminous plants? Pulses. Pulses also leguminous plants. The plants provide food and shelter to the bacteria. All of you see your book. They provides food and shelter to the bacteria. That is a symbiotic relationship. That have a symbiotic relationship. Most of the pulses, dolls are obtained from leguminous plants. In the return, the plants provide food and shelter to bacteria. Thus have symbiotic relationship. They do not need add nitrogen fertilizers to the soil which leguminous plants are grown. Okay. Okay, students, in this chapter you learned that most of plants are autotrophs. Only a few plants adopt mode of nutrition. Some mode of nutrition, saprotrophic nutrition. Okay, then what is a parasitic plant? Which one is the parasitic plant? Cuscuta is a parasitic plant. Which one is the insectivorous plant? Why it is called insectivorous plant? Insect eating plants. So it is called insectivorous plant. Why it is called insectivorous plant? Insect eating plant. So that is called insectivorous plant. Okay. Can you understand, students? Okay. So prepare well for periodic test 1, chapter 1, nutrition in plants. So prepare well and study well, students. Wish you all the best, students. Thank you.